Hi guys, this is Sidney. I'm on here to share some messages from the angelic realm, the nature, spirits, from Source, from Gaia at this time regarding Ascension, for Lightworkers, New Earth leaders, Divine Feminine Rising, Earth Angels, starseeds who are playing this role right now. And also I'm guided to mention shadow worker, energy transmuters, grid workers, gatekeepers. So take however resonates for you. Also ancient wisdom carrier, ancient wisdom seekers, anything else? Okay, indigo children, if you're an indigo child. Okay. So take however resonates for you, and always discern with your intuition that always knows your truth, and whether it is for you. So this may not be for everyone at this time, but I'm guided to share the specific messages for Ascension that is taking place right now in regards to what we are going through, especially these people that I've just mentioned. So if you don't know these terms yet, but somehow you're feeling strongly drawn to the energy of this video here, and okay, I'm just going to adjust the camera, and that you are somehow strongly resonate without having to understand or logically understand or make sense, it may be for you, because a lot of the times you may carry a lot of soul signature and this beautiful light, but you are just starting to wake up. And that's is in relation to what I experienced when I didn't know these terms. I was doing a lot of this light working and grid work that I didn't realize or didn't know about these terms. So that's why I keep mentioning these groups as well. Okay. So energetically, we're right now in the eclipse season and the shadow period of the Mercury retrograde that is coming up, I believe, on the 1st of April. So the energy is very like retrieving energy and withdrawing energy right now, and that a lot of us are going through huge releasing. And on a collective level, a lot of people are doing shadow work, and there are a lot of the shadow that may be coming out on the surface due to the light increase that may look chaotic, very noisy, which I mentioned in my latest video that I just uploaded about, you know, heart healing, inner child healing, and you know, the messages and guidance on that. But this one is specifically for New Earth leaders, Divine Feminine Risings, is what I'm strongly getting. So I woke up today from a huge energy that in my dream time I saw this pyramid that was shining so bright with pure white light, and then it was with the like sort of like a different rays of light, I guess like maybe 12 rays or rainbow color, but it was so pure. And it almost didn't have a shape, but it was just no lines, but just filled with everything was in light, white light. And then all of a sudden the top of the pyramid shape opened up, and then huge energy was pouring down, huge white light energy. And that in that moment what happened was it was as if the time and space stopped, and what I felt was like in movies where, you know, like people are running and then doing, and then they're like, it's like a time travel movie, and then everything just stops, and the main character is the only one who's observing, who's noticing all of this freeze moment, right? And so it was almost like that, but then it was like yeah, this energy was almost like in a different dimension. So that energy was so big, and when I woke up this morning, I felt like I wanted to pull some Ascension cards, and they came as confirmation for what I have been receiving, what I have been doing intuitively. So I'm guided to share them with you guys, okay? And also I was feeling pulled afterwards to shuffle the orbs cards, and then these orbs cards came out. That is in relation to what we are going through right now, that I have been tuning into intuitively, that I'm receiving clarity with. So I'm gonna share these orbs cards so you can receive this light or transmission from all these different archangels to support your upper chakra activations. So right now we are having a lot of intense activations, especially the upper chakras. So from heart upwards, especially for those of you who I just mentioned as like light workers, who are divine feminine rising, who may be new earth leaders, who may be part of the 3 groups of pioneers who just woke up, earth angels, greed workers, gatekeepers. So there were a lot of ancient history that have been coming up continuously since late September last year. And I was connecting to the Aztec, the Incan civilization, the Mayans, and then later different periods like the 8th to 11th century that I mentioned in my previous video somewhere. About the Vikings, and Vikings was because I was connecting to the Druids and the Stonehenge, the Stargates, that we are reversing the energy. The Stargate 11, the Ark of the Covenant that came as a confirmation a few days ago, and then I had a dream about the Excalibur, the King Arthur, that the sword, you pull out the sword and sword of the truth. And so these are all relating to these groups particularly. So if you have been living in your truth, if you have been working really hard to clear up any karma, any persecution imprints, any curses that was contracted for you to transmute as a light worker or a shadow worker, generational curse breakers, you've been like a black sheep in the family, like all these like terms that we use that you resonate perhaps, but you kept your faith and trust in God, meaning the source. So what I'm guided to share is that you have been healing a lot and you have been integrating, and that it's not everyone who's in the spiritual community or who say I'm a light worker, or say I'm a greed worker, or I'm the ancient, wisdom, I don't know, keeper or something like that. Not everyone is integrated yet, from what I've been seeing since earlier last year. The source had me see this directly. And a lot of them chose to just believe that they are the light, and they didn't look into the shadow. And I heard this term for the first time from this person, that, that person used to do all the dirty work. And I was shocked because I wouldn't use such words, like something is a dirty work, something is not, like a shadow work is a dirty work, whereas someone in the 3D breaking the generational karma is doing all the dirty work. So that language, that the specific word that person was using really came to me with certain data that I had to dissect and connect with source for communication. And so a lot of them had to integrate, but still they didn't. So a lot of the positions are being replaced right now in this new chapter, where especially right now we are in the lunar and solar eclipse season, where it's representative of the rebirth, meaning death and rebirth, and one cycle ending and then new cycle beginning, the sun and the moon. So right now we're in this transition period, and yesterday, so I'm just going to let my intuition guide me through this, okay? Yesterday I was called to connect with the moon. It usually happens for me personally. It's like the moon is calling me for certain messages, and then I connect with the moon and I meditate in front of the moonlight or something like that, watching the moon, and then I receive some sort of message. And yesterday what I received was, suddenly I was telling myself, I release, integrate, flow, release, integrate, flow, and that was the message for this particular group. So right now, what I saw in my psychic vision after that was as if we are like giving birth to this like child with from your womb, like divine feminine rising. In your womb there's something, this energy moving from the victim consciousness to creator consciousness now, right? You are no longer a victim, you are a co-creator. You embody this energy within yourself and you have empowering yourself, right? And so that energy is birthing through the womb of the divine feminine. It's like I never gave birth to anything, or not anything, but any like babies in this lifetime. I don't know about other lifetimes, but in this lifetime I never gave birth physically. But when I had that the psychic vision that came, like I was experiencing as if I was giving birth to this something that was inside my womb coming out. But then energy was very easy and effortless. It wasn't like painful, or it wasn't like I need to push hard in order to pull, pull that out from my womb. It was very easy, like, whoo, just in one breath, whoo. So that's what we are being called to adapt right now, because the energies are very much in retrograde shadow, where you may still experience certain memories from the past coming up, certain people from the past showing up. And a lot of people in the collective are having to experience that in order to reflect and then do their shadow work. And I'm guided to share that if you resonate, especially for this group, if you are experiencing that, but it's less, you're not triggered by that, it's because it is just showing up because of the energies, and not because you need to work on them or to do something with them. And there may be certain aspects that you need to realize and see and recognize that is part of your self-realization and completion of the integration process at this time. That means we are always going to remain a student of life, meaning we will go through many other cycles in the future. But right now we are, closing out this level up with the, higher frequency that is supporting us, okay? So when those moments come up, it's just for you to recognize how you used to be and how you are now, and noticing, so that you can recognize your power that you embodied in this moment now, and that own your power. That's the integration that is taking place, and that perhaps you might be guided to do at this time. So that's why it is very important for you to stay in the here and now. So you are integrating all these energies of the past, and then as a result of that, you are able to hold the vision for the future that is filled with hope, filled with joy, harmony, peace, abundance. That is a fifth dimensional frequency for the new earth. So that it is very important for you at this time, even though you may feel like you're in between worlds, or you don't have much clarity, or you feel like you don't have that clarity to move forward with certain things. The Spirit is saying that it is okay for you to just sit still, and all you need to focus on and do at this time is to be in the here and now, and then constantly express that energy of hope, joy, abundance, prosperity in this moment here and now. So you perhaps maybe feeling gratitude every day, and then you're enjoying the simplicity of your life in the here and now. You may be connected to nature, or whatever that you do, you're constantly being in the here and now is how you need to integrate. That's going to help Gaia with this frequency. So because you're the energy holder, the grid worker, okay? So that's why the source is telling me to share that you need to embody and integrate this energy, so you hold that light for Gaia and for the collective at this time. And then your role is to step up to this new role at this time. Okay, meaning own your power, know your power, meaning that it's not the power over, but it's the power within, the co-creator. Okay, so that's what I'm guided to share. And so that you're not to look backward anymore, but to look forward. Move forward. And a lot of you perhaps had been in the shadow, doing a lot of work in the shadow, being in the darkness most of your life. But then what you did was not just remembering that you are the light. Now you have the ability to navigate through the darkness with your light. So you're no longer afraid of being in the dark, meaning you're much less fearless. And with that, the Metatron, Archangel Metatron, has been coming up strongly. And ever since I shared the Archangel messages, which I'm going to put the link of that video message in the description box down below for those of you who may be called to watch that. I pulled the angel cards, archangel cards, after I had this dream, which I explained in the video, and then a lot of these angels supporting the upper chakra activations came through, and one of them was Archangel Metatron with the message, increase your light levels, open your stellar gateway chakra. So at this moment that I'm sharing, stellar gateway chakra is very much open for a lot of these people in the collective, okay? It's not for all, okay? So that you may experience a lot of these very, very strong energy, constantly like energy feeling from your crown to causal to soul star to stellar gateway right now, especially the past 2-3 weeks or more. So it has been increasing gradually from what I've been tapping into and experiencing. So first it was the crown, and then the causal, and then the soul star, and now it's the stellar gateway. So you may be connected to, or you may have been connecting to Archangel Raphael, or you may be seeing, if you've been seeing a lot of 144, you are connecting to Seraphim, Seraphina, okay? And this is not for all, you know, that I'm guided to share. This is for a very particular group. And then Archangel preliminary that came, that I shared in my previous video, that in the link that I'm going to share, was with the working with the nature as a light worker, all this gatekeeper, great workers, is I received this message about a couple of weeks ago about clean water. It was very clear. The message was very clear. And ever since I received that word, I started to bless water every day. Whenever I was taking a shower, I was blessing the water. And then whenever I was drinking the water, I was blessing the water. And I was connecting to the River Nile, the Mississippi River, the Tame River in England, the Chao Phraya in Thailand, all these rivers. And as I was visualizing, blessing the water that I was feeling as I was taking a shower, I was constantly blessing the water in all different areas and all around the world. And this is something that you can do, and I'm guided to share that you're being called to do this as well. So this is what I used to do very heavily, like almost every day when the energy was very heavy in 2019 and 2020. But I haven't done that like on a regular basis. But when I was traveling through different continents since 2022 to 2023, like later last year, whenever I was in a certain place, I felt like I wanted to clean the air or clean the water or clean the land. I was doing this energy work, greed work, without me realizing what I was doing. So at this time, about a month ago, I received this information from the angelic realm, and I didn't know what that was about, but now I connected I integrated all the information. So I'm guided to share that there's these elementals that are now here coming down after we had a lot of support from the dragons, the unicorns, which I mentioned in my other video. So I'm going to also share that link about the dragon message that I shared previously, that I'm guided to put the link in for anyone who's going to resonate and feel called to watch the message. So that that energy, they've been clearing the ley lines, especially the dragons, very heavily. And about a month ago, in my dream time, I started to see the eye of the dragon when I was around the time that I shared the message, or even before that. I had to sit with the message and what it was about, tune into the energy, and that the eye was literally like just like in front of me. And then I saw all these black Omega dragons flying with me. We were in the front line and thousands of them were flying. And I woke up from that dream, and then 2 days later I connected with the energy of the dragon once again, with this huge light that was just in my physical body, but I was in my dream time, but I could feel everything because my consciousness is very much awake even though I'm sleeping. So I knew that a lot of dragons were clearing all the ley lines. And the unicorns are here with heart opening. And later I received that news from the angelic realm. These elementals are now coming down to clear up all this plastics and all this like so-called trash that we put on earth. And they're now clearing up these things. So what we are being called to do to support with our energy right now is to help clear the air and help clear the water. Okay, so ironically, but actually it was all in connection, in hindsight, that in my previous video, just latest one, I shared something about the air quality in Korea. That's that we need to appreciate the air and water. That's part of the abundance. That is not material, is also part of the abundance. And that I mentioned about the microdust, and then the day, after I recorded that, like yesterday, we had the worst microdust ever, and it was on the news, like giving people warning. And when I woke up, like the sky was like very dusty, and when it's to that level, we can't open up the windows. So a lot of things are just clearing up, not just in all sectors in society, in a lot of organizations and industries, and all these things are coming up to the light. All that's been hidden are coming up to the light, but also all these things that didn't serve Gaia in nature are also need to be cleared up right now. And that's what we are being called to support with as light workers, great workers, gatekeepers. Okay, at this time. So when I pull the Ascension card, the air card and water card came out. So it confirmed to me that we can support and purify the air. So what you can do is you can visualize, because whenever you visualize this world, it's creating a parallel universe. So that's how powerful you are. And when you are integrated, it's even more powerful because there are no filters. Your light is like shining through. So that's why I'm being guided to share this message for this particular group. So something that you can do is you can imagine people singing this beautiful song and then bringing hope, bringing peace to this world, right? The air. And then you can also visualize clean air everywhere, purifying the air and blessing the air and all this, okay, in all the polluted areas. And also with water, you can use shower. When you are showering, you can bless the water, and you can bless your water whenever you're drinking water. You can use crystals. If you use crystals to make crystal water, you don't have to put the crystal inside water. Sometimes what I do is on a glass cup, I just let some crystals touch the cup and I set the intention and I communicate with the crystal to diffuse this energy to the water. So when I drink it, I bless it and thank it. It's all in my system helping me to clear up. So that's something you can also do. You can say, water, I love you, I bless you, I thank you. And then visualize all the streams, big rivers, and all this ocean where you live, or you don't have to be in that area. You can visualize and travel to that space and just shine your light, blessing the water, thanking the water, purifying the water, because right now water contains so much information that we need in order for us to activate our 12 strands of DNA. We need to have clean water, but the water that we are drinking and all the water sources with a lot of the plant kingdom and fruit kingdom, they are polluted and contaminated due to manipulations. So we are doing this to reset and purify this in this like transition period right now, moving forward. So that's why your role is once again very significant. Okay. So if you've been connecting to particularly Archangel Metatron recently, it's a sign that you may be having a lot of the stellar gateway chakra activations, where you are now ready, meaning your consciousness is ready, your energy, your you released the karma, you have been integrating, you remained in truth, and the source saw all these souls who were doing this remain in purity. Okay, and then you are embodying who you are, and with that you're being gifted with these activations right now is what I'm guided to share. So your monad is going to connect all the wisdom that you hold within your soul from all these ancient lifetimes that you had, and then you're going to be able to bring down all the sacred geometry and the knowledge from the sacred geometry as well. If you've been seeing a lot of bees, particularly, okay, that's what I'm going to share. We are building this community together, and this love, light, and all this in integration, meaning you also accepted and embraced your shadow. It wasn't that you only follow the light and you are discriminating the shadow as something dirty that I mentioned earlier, as this person described, like a dirty work, or this shadow work is something, that, I used to come from the angelic realm and I didn't have much lifetime in this like very heavy karmic, dense energy. So I am this love light person, right? Basically, that was the message that this person was sending, and that's the spiritual ego. So there are a lot of souls in the spiritual community who are less integrated like that, that now they're being called to work because their spiritual ego or the ego aspect or the insecurities within are showing up in the material world that they have to see and face. So that's what is taking place, because nothing can be hidden right now. That's why in the year of 2024 is the year of 8, the balance, the karma. So with that, the channel song that came since a few days ago was like Karma Police from the Radiohead. So right now the work of the karmic board is very, very strong. They're watching everything. So that's something that I'm guided to share. So another thing is about the ancient gate, ancient wisdom keeper, carrier, or seekers. Is you may be drawn to a lot of the ancient knowledge and wisdom, or you didn't have this, but then ever since you woke up, you were starting to connect with certain energies. And especially lately, I've been connecting to a lot of the indigenous groups, the Native Americans. So you may have been experiencing that, or you may have been feeling connected to that time period, is because you are activating your soul memory, withdrawing all the wisdom from that that era right now, or that soul experience. So what happened was, for me, because I was an aspect of Isis, now it came to clarity, but I had no idea. I was connecting to Aztec a lot in September, October time last year. I didn't know what that was about. I thought it was just that I was just connecting to. But then it all came into clarity at this point now, that anything that you were connected to, so for me it's the Aztec, the Mayans, the Incans, and the Egyptians. So for example, the Thoth created Incans, and I started to connect with Thoth late last year. And then Poseidon went to Greece, so I was connecting to a lot of the energies there with the ancient wisdom when I was living there in Greece in 2022. And also this is just an example, right? With sharing my experiences, you can relate. So, for example, what else? What else do you want me to share at this time? So, Isis created the Aztec. So if you've been connecting to the pyramids and the Sphinx, okay, you may be drawing a lot of the wisdom and knowledge that's inside there. So basically what we are doing is we are drawing a lot of the wisdom also from the golden age of Atlantis and Lemuria at this time. And we've been doing so slowly, like little by little over the years. Okay, ever since 2022 is what I'm receiving right now. But it has been more to the surface, meaning more to our awareness. Before, it wasn't very much conscious, or we weren't aware that we were receiving download, because when I was moving through different continents, also in Egypt, I was feeling very pulled to visit Luxor. But at the time, I didn't know that Luxor was a retreat for Archangel Metatron. And when I was there, and all these ancient sites in Greece and all this Egypt and all these places in Thailand, Malaysia, whenever I was there, I was very much tuning into the energy, so that I was like touching the stone, I was feeling the stone, I was checking the vibration of everything, even inside the Great Pyramid. And about a week ago, I started to just intuitively go into the sarcophagus inside the great chamber, the chamber inside the Great Pyramid, and I would lie there and somehow just lying there receiving something during my meditation, and it was all intuitive, and I was doing so a couple of times. And so you could have experienced this, or it doesn't have to be exactly like this. I'm not sharing this to trigger you to compare, because a lot of the people in the collective is now being triggered by the light, meaning they're going to feel threatened by the light, so that they're going to start to compare themselves. That is the ego that they need to clear up and integrate, that I want to have what they have. I want to experience what they want to experience. How come I don't have that? How come it's not happening yet for me, right? So for this group, because you're very much integrated, I do not feel particularly that you're going to go into that energy. So you may understand the intention or the energy behind my sharing these stories is for anyone who need this to relate, so that they understand what they're going through right now, so that they can continue to release, integrate, flow, and come out as this divine feminine rising, that the earth, the Gaia, and the source needs you right now, okay? So we've been integrating, withdrawing a lot of these energies, especially the Vikings, and all this slave markets that I was connecting to, the sites and ancient histories, is also to understand not to repeat that timeline that is still taking shape. And as we understand and have the awareness on the surface now you're doing all this work, right? Visualizing and holding hope and peace for the world. And that's going to help dissolve all these lower vibrational energies in these timelines right now that's taking place, existing simultaneously. So you may be feeling very tired, or like unmotivated, or you may even experience some physical symptoms, or like flu symptoms with your throat clearing up, your nose and headache or body aches in certain parts. It's because that energy is being released right now as you're integrating more. Okay, that is what I'm guided to share. So that continue to allow your body to relax and integrate. And also what came was the body consciousness. Okay, the reason why we need to be in the here and now and stay relaxed and feel joyful in the simplicity of everyday life, in peace and in harmony and in abundance at this time, is so that your body now needs to adjust to this new frequency. So it's like you're coming out of this cave that you used to navigate through in the shadow, in the darkness, and now you see this light coming in, and you walk towards it, and there's like an open gate, and that now you're out of that cave, but then you still need to adjust to how to see in the light, live in the light, because you've been so used to doing that in the dark, seeing through the dark, seeing in the dark. That's the reference or the analogy that is coming for me to share. So that's why the body also needs to adapt to this new frequency, and that get used to living in this new light, and that things always working out for you, as opposed to you always have to navigate through, transmute, and transform, which you perhaps used to do in the shadow phase. Now you're in this, you integrated everything. So what they're saying is you're ready to embody this light and radiate and live in this fifth dimensional frequency. So a lot of people may talk about the new earth, like you're in the new earth, you're in the highest timeline, is because you are embodying this frequency. So we are not really moving to that new earth or that space, but actually it is happening because of your frequency, okay, shifting, elevating, okay. So I'm guided to share this experience for some reason that about 2 weeks ago, I live in this apartment building, and at the front gate and the entrance, I have to put some passcode. And all of a sudden one day I was outside, and this just is very natural. And my body remembers this, even though I don't remember on a mental level consciously. So I will just push the number and the gate will open. But that day was so interesting because my mind went just blank. And it wasn't even like I was trying to think and then this like, was it 4-3 or was it 1-2 or 2-1? It wasn't even that. I was trying to figure out the passcode with the memory of certain things. But even though I tried, it was like literally like blank. What's coming to my mind is like 0 point, like point blank. And so I felt some sort of energy shift in that moment, because in that moment when I was recording the video, I mentioned like, I can't remember what happened yesterday or even like, 2 days ago. It's very hard for me because of the energy. So that was always taking place. So you may experience this as well, where you can't really remember certain things from the past or even yesterday, or have these kind of moments, is what I'm guided to share somehow. It's all part of this transition right now that is taking place. And so even though the energy may pull you back to the past with certain memories coming back, or past people revisiting perhaps, you want to stay discerning and then stay in the here and now, is what I'm guided to share. That is a big message directly from source. Okay. So as you activate this, the stellar gateway chakra, all your 12 chakras are open. You become a channel, direct source to channel for source energy. So that's why it is very important for you to embody this right now. Okay, that's what I'm guided to share. And with the body consciousness, allow yourself to, what they're saying is, do something that makes you feel joyful. Do something that connects you with your inner child. Do something with certain memories from your childhood before you received all these projections and karmas from other people. Like when you had that light body that's very much intact and activating, where you were starting to, you were like happy and joyful state to express yourself, so self-expression, whatever that was, whether it was singing, dancing, doing certain activities that made you feel that, reconnect at this time to embody that, so your body can activate that cellular memory, so that your body can start to remember and transform. And that's how it is happening right now, transitioning. Your body needs to adapt as well. The body consciousness is very important right now. And also I'm guided to share that in the future, especially for this particular group, you may be doing a lot of detoxing, fasting, clean up your diet. And also in the future, what's going to take place is we are going to be drawing energy less from the food sources. That is like, so we are going to use like pranic energy more. The prana, chi, all these words simply means energy. So more clean energy to our body. And so that's why this integration of the physical body, the body consciousness at this time has been continuously being highlighted ever since late last year, about fasting, juicing, detoxing. I kept mentioning about was to prepare for this moment of body consciousness and integration, so that in the future when you're grounding in barefoot and touching the tree, or you sun gazing in the morning, you're receiving the clean energy source, the minerals, the vitamins that we need. And that's going to also support to embody this light within our physical vessel, to become the clear channel for source. That's also going to help serve Gaia at this time. Okay. So also I'm guided to mention new levels, new devils, because a lot of things in the collective is very chaotic as they're being triggered by the light. And by you naturally having and embodying a lot of the light, you may be acting as a walking activator, triggering people, inspiring people, enlightening people, right? So it could go in all different ways based on the individual's frequency and the level of consciousness that they're in. So the source is guiding me to share that, to remain in your truth, in courage, in boldness, knowing who you are, right? And stay connected to live in the here and now, so you visualize the beautiful, hopeful world that's going to help the collective and Gaia to ascend. And for ascension, meaning clearing out all the lower timelines continuously. And then what you are doing is always going to be rewarded, because it's always being seen by the source. Okay? Just know that. And receive that recognition is what I'm also guided to share with you at this time. Okay, so with the orb cards, I pulled 4 orb cards, so I'm going to show you, so you can perhaps screenshot this if you feel called to. So the first one is Archangels Gabriel, Michael, and Shamuel with unicorn energy carrying spirits. This was the first card that came out with number 35. Okay, so this is the orb that you can tune into and meditate, and with your third eye or just by looking at it, intend and command yourself to receive this energy from all these archangels, unicorn, and all the spirits. So this is carrying, allowing you to open up your heart, so it supports with your own ascension, and that as you visualize this world, you are helping anchor down the peaceful world around the globe. Okay, so this is something that you can do. And the second card I received was a being from the Pleiades, 33. Okay, so you see this light here, it's the energy, the healing energy from the Pleiades. So right now at this time, we're receiving a lot of support to activate and further opening our heart center, heart portal to embody or the awaken the Christ consciousness energy in the collective. And because you have been integrating, you hold more of the light, that unconditional love, right? The non-judgment. So this is for you to further support with that energy. So this energy is very supportive for helping to heal the heart with that Christ consciousness energy from the Pleiades. And the third card that I received was the Archangels Metatron and Jophiel with an Angel of Love. Okay, so this had to do with the activating the stellar gateway chakra. So as you connect to this, it's going to help you activate your monad and then open up all your 12 chakras and to help you live in courage at this time. Okay. In love. And the last one that was at the bottom of the deck, which sometimes I don't look, but this time I was pulled to look, so I knew that it was that I needed to receive this. So this is number 21, Angels of Prolimic, Gabriel and Uriel with an Angel of Love and Spirits. And this also came in as a confirmation with the air and water card that I received from the Ascension cards, is because this has to do with the nature spirits, and that as you meditate with this, we are also helping clear, and also we're drawing all the spirit wisdom from nature. Also, we are to help clear the energy in the nature, like water, air at this time. So you can use this energy to connect with nature and visualize yourself by shining a beautiful light around the forest, mountains, all this nature, air, water, everything on Gaia, to purify and to bless it and to send love to it. Okay, that is something that you can do to serve Gaia. And also, as you do so, your ascension is also being supported, is what I'm guided to share. Okay. So with the numbers, what I'm seeing is 1221, 1212. You may see these numbers 15, 118, 333, 33, number 8, 99. So all these are the numbers. When I tapped into it, it's like you clearing out the cycle, ending, and also you embodying the Christ consciousness energy, elevating, right? And also the mirroring numbers, so that now you see your ego. Now you recognize both your ego, your spiritual ego, whatever it is, whenever it comes up. And so you could discern, okay? You could stay aligned. It's not like you don't see them or you're avoiding them. So it's like this mirroring number has been coming up quite a bit, like 1001 or something like that. Also the new beginning number, like 100, 101. Somehow I'm guided to share all these numbers right now, the angel numbers. Okay, so this mirroring is taking place, and with that, the channel song from Michael Jackson is coming through, A Man in the Mirror. So basically the lyric was about, if you want to change the world, look at the person that you see in the mirror and change that person first. And that's how you change the world, is like basically the message. So we are continuously to go inward, reflect, understand who we are, know who you are, the self-realization, where a lot of this world right now is asking for material things rather than self-realization. But you have been doing the self-realization work rather than asking for material things or the results. That's why you may be connected to this energy and resonating and really feeling it, okay? And you're going to be rewarded for all your hard work, okay? And continue to live in joy, in abundance, in celebration. And so lastly, I'm guided to share to continue to celebrate yourself, celebrate where you are. And if you're feeling any fears or doubts or insecurities that may be coming up in this shadow phase right now, allow yourself to feel and use journaling, meditating, using breath work, connecting with nature to further integrate that energy so you don't look back anymore. So with that, another channel song that's coming is Don't Look Back in Anger by Oasis. Okay, so literally, like, don't look back in anger. Okay, so before I go, this song by Anna, it's a Brazilian song, and actually I think it's like more like a techno beats, but this particular song was like a remix with the this group, the indigenous or this like horn from Brazil, more like a traditional like percussion, and that their voice and singing. So I'm gonna actually share that music in the link in the description box down below. It's because that had been coming through, I believe, for about a week or so. Yeah, around that time. All the dates are not quite exact, but you know, based on my intuition, that's how I feel. Okay, when it happened. So I was connecting and singing, and when I was singing, I received all this. I started to draw all these symbols, and then that was leading to all this message. So it was like all like sacred symbols that just came out when I was just like chilling out, actually. And you can dance to this music. It has to do with the wisdom from the Atlantis or the ocean. It may help activate certain wisdom that you may need to withdraw for your life purpose or your soul mission at this time, is what I'm guided to share. So you can dance to it, you can listen to them. It may help you purge certain things from that lifetime, is what is coming up. Okay, so at this time we are integrating a lot of these energies. So allow yourself to receive this download. Allow yourself to be in that state of receptivity by relaxing yourself, by staying in the here and now. Okay. So somehow light language and light codes transmissions are coming through. So I'm just gonna let it guide me through intuitively. Okay. I think it's too okay. Let me tap. What is this about? What is this code about? What are these codes about? It's going to help you further solidify yourself, your energy in your heart center, and also to help you activate all your upper chakras. And you've been working with your lower chakras and align all your 12 chakras. Okay, to receive these higher light codes, higher healing codes. Uakaia kakau, uakikiaka, uakakau, uakikiaka, uakakau, kukuaia iai kakau, uakakaia ikikia, uawaia kakau, uawaia. Blue avians are very strongly coming through behind me right now. Kuakaia kakau, uakakai, kikia kaka, helping you to embrace the divine feminine, the flow state. Flow, release, integrate, and flow. Uakaiya kakaiya ya uakakaiya ya ikikia kukuaiya kakau wawawaiya. So the sun and the moon energy is coming through with the energy of Ra, very strong right now. Uakaiya kakau, uakau, wawawakau, uakaiya kakau, wawa, ikikia ya, wawa, kakau, wawa, ikikia, wawa. The Avalon is coming through, okay? Kaka. Okay, that energy of fire within you, igniting that fire within you, that's merging with the divine feminine. So your balanced masculine energy is coming on as gentle leadership. Very strong, gentle leadership. Okay. You are also integrating all this wounded divine masculine energy in the ancient timelines to come through with the divine feminine that you are embodying at this moment with its higher light coast, to soften that up, to be healed, so we can lead with this soft masculine energy, that we no longer need aggression, dominance, enslaving other people, right? We use it for the highest good of all, for the new earth, for the new timeline, the highest timeline, okay? So anyone, anything who used to perceive your purity as naivety and try to take control, try to take advantage of, will be hit by the karma. You are safely, you are heavily protected. It's okay for you to express this balanced energy and start doing that, is what I'm guided to share by Source directly at this time as well. Speak your truth, express your truth, move your body to express yourself. That is your truth, the authenticity. The age of the mechanical, the age of the compulsion and control, the automatic behaviors that are under programming, it's coming to an end. That's why you are the pioneers, you are the new frontiers, you are the new leaders, you are the divine feminine rising at this time. Blue avians are behind me right now. You may be connected to the bird kingdom. You may be seeing birds a lot. So, towards the end, the blue avians were sending special codes with the divine feminine codes, and they wanted me to transmit that. So that was the codes that were coming out intensely. So this is only for those who are going to resonate without resistance, understand what this means. So take however it resonates for you, and always discern for yourself, and leave what doesn't with love, okay? So, any messages? So I think that is all for now. I hope you enjoy this transmission, and I hope you, the best way for us to go through this is to enjoy every moment and just be grateful for whatever that we may be experiencing in every moment. So with that, I'm sending you lots of love and support, and I'll see you in my next video, guys. Bye.